Alright, welcome to the YouTube channel. This is our beginner class. I would like to start by setting expectations for everybody. During class, be the listener. Alright, focus your eyes, mind, and body. And students, be extremely positive as your parents look over your shoulder and help you. I have no doubt that over the last week, as you've done your online education, you and your parents have probably butted head a few times. Alright, so here's what I expect from you students. Best effort, energy, positive attitude, and I expect the same thing from parents. As you watch your students work hard to continue their education, I want you to just compliment the things you see them doing right. And save the rest of it for Mr. Bello and myself when we return to class. Alright, now let's go ahead and get started. First thing we need to do is we need to go ahead and get warmed up. And we are going to do just the basics, alright? Just enough to get some muscle activation and make sure we don't hurt ourselves. Alright, so let's just go ahead and get started with a set of jumping jacks. As always, as you're exercising, I need you to coordinate your breathing. Breathe in through your nose, out your mouth, on a nice pace for it. Make sure you're completing the circuit, touching your hands above your head, slapping those legs, make sure you make your triangle, make sure you make your straight line, and keep it working out there. Keep going. Let's go for another 10 count Japanese. Ich, ni, san, shi, go, ryu, sich, hach, ki, chi, in time. Alright, we're gonna hit a set of push-ups next. Alright, go ahead and hit the deck. Alright, now let's do them nice and slow on the way down and then explode on the way up. So breathe in, and up. Breathe in, and up. Breathe in, and up. In, and up. In, and up. 5 more. Hop on up. Anytime you get up and get down, let's try and practice karate. Let's get up with hands up. Let's get down with a break fall. So we're gonna break fall down. Get in position. Let's knock out 10 sit-ups. Breathe in on your way down. Breathe out on your way up. Ich, nei, san, shi, go, ryu, sich, hach, ki, chi, and time. There you go, getting up with hands up. Alright, let's move into the next section of class. Alright, here we go. Let's do a few stretches. I want you to work on your focus while you work on your balance and flexibility. We are going to do our knee hug, our cradle, and then finally our quad stretch. While you're doing this, I want you to find a focal point. Find a spot on the floor, on the wall that's not moving, and keep your eyes focused. Keep your mind focused on staying still. Keep your body focused by putting your foot down. If you lose balance, or start to jump around. Exercise those small stabilizer muscles. All right, start with your left leg. Bend it up as high as you can. Simulate the chamber of a front kick. Grab that knee, hug it up high. Hold it there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and switch. Let's do that right side. Nice and high, guys. The higher you get your knee in kicking, the better your kick will be. Grab and lift. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's go back to that left leg. Let's do our cradle stretch. Bend your leg across. Reach underneath. And pick it up like a little baby. Hold that baby. Don't drop the baby. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Put that baby. Just down like this. Promise. Just down like this. Right leg across. Bend it. Reach underneath. Lift up nice and high. Focus those eyes. Keep that mind and body focused. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. We're gonna put it down. All right, now let's do the quad stretch. Big muscle on the front of the legs. Bring your heel to your tail. Grab your shin. And it's best if you keep your toes pointed down. It engages more stretch. All right, now keep focused. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's go ahead and do the right side. Grab that shin, keep your toes pointed down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Let's go ahead and do just 2 more stretches, static stretches. Let's have feet flat and legs straight to make this stretch great. Reach down to the center. All right, now try and keep your back nice and straight. Try not to curve it too much. All right, try and engage more of the hips, high in the hamstring. All right, now hold there for another 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, now we're gonna do one final stretch. Probably the most important, butterfly stretch. Break fall when you get down, okay? All right. Bottoms of the feet come together. Grab a hold of those feet. All right, now I want you to bring nose to your toes. With my hip injury, this is one of my rehab exercises and stretches. It's not easy for me, but it is very good for me, so thank you for doing them all. Now hold there. Now while I'm in this position, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about stretching. You can stretch for as little as 5 count, and you can stretch for as long as 5 minutes. If you are going to do a long stretch, which I consider 2 minutes or longer, keep the intensity low, all right? Long duration, low intensity. If you're gonna stretch for a shorter period of time, feel free to add a little bit more intensity to it, all right? And then break it up into sets, all right? So try some stretches for about 2 minutes. You really don't need much more than that. Now let's go ahead and get into our curriculum, all right? Now watch again. Stand up and hands up, all right? Make a good habit out of your karate. Let's get to the next part, guys. Let's go ahead and focus on quality of stances. We're going to be working on what's called our side karate stance and our forward karate stance. Now here's what these things have in common. Toes, knees, hips, and hands. I want you to make the healthy life habit of self-evaluating, correcting, and perfecting. Anytime you go to get your karate stance, look at your feet. Make sure those toes are lined up, pointing in the same direction. Let's not go duck-footed. Let's not go pigeon-toed. Let's go black belt. Then bend those knees. I want you to bend your knees where if you look to your toes, they disappear on you. Next, you never do karate with your booty poking out. Always tuck your tail, get your hips up. All right, now when you get those hands up, make a great fist. Curl in those fingers, thumbs on the outside. As you're doing this, I want 90-degree angles with your arm. Front arm's bent 90 degrees, should be about a fist width away from your body at the elbow, pointed right at the nose and upper lip. The backhand has several different positions that I like. One is the defensive position of having your knuckles on your chin. The second one is 90-degree angle out in front. A third is cocking it back, ready to throw a big, strong punch. All right, either of those positions are going to be just fine. I prefer as a beginner, you use this one to start with. All right here. Now look, I'm going to use this line to objectify the stance. When you're in a side stance, you should be on the line, the side of your body is at the opponent. When you're in a side stance, you should be on the line, the side of your body is at the opponent. Toes, hips, and shoulders to the side, opponent's over here. Then from there, when your toes lined up, knees bent, hips up, hands up. Once again, self-evaluate, correct and perfect. To make it a forward karate stance, we now need an oblique angle. The opponent's here, instead of toes, hips, and shoulders here, they need to be right there. Boom. All right, so now notice how that line is in between my feet. I have my front toes and my back heel near that line. Toes, knees, hips, hands, self-evaluate, correct and perfect. Let's go ahead and get into the next part of class. Let's do some basics. Let's start with back fist. Back fist is a speed technique. Speed is distance divided by time. It's going to be your front arm in your karate stance. It's your front arm because it has less distance to travel, which means it's going to get there first. The shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. So this technique is going to begin linear. You're going to shoot it straight out with your fist up and down, right to the side of the head. Then you're going to snap it over into their head guard or in a self-defense situation into the temple. Let's avoid making a big chamber and big circular technique. That'll come later for power. This is for a point. It's just a snap. That's it. All right, so here's how I want you to practice. I want you to practice with your parent's hand. Have mom or dad hold a hand up. Shoot your fist straight out to the side. Snap it over into it. Snap, snap, snap. Just like that. Now, as you do it, please protect your elbow. There is a difference between having your technique completely locked out and straight. Make sure your technique is straight, but not locked out. I do not hyperextend that elbow. Let's do a few of them together right now. All right, hands up in your karate stances. Once again, self-evaluate. Look at your toes, bend your knees, hips up and hands up. Now shoot your fist straight out. Show me out, then bring it over, and then pull it right back into guard. Show me out, over, back into guard. One more time. Out, over, back into guard. Now this time, I want you to go ahead and snap it out and over, and now pull it right back. Snap it out and over, pull it right back. Snap it out and over, pull it right back. Now it's going to go out and all the way back with good snap and a loud ki. Let's go ahead and do 5 of them. Ready? H, aya, nei, aya, san, aya, shi, aya, go, aya. I want you to go ahead and do 5 to 10 more, and I want you to go ahead and work it on both sides. If you need to, go ahead and rewind the video and work it on the opposite side. We're going to go ahead and move on to our next basic technique. Whoosh. Let's move on to middle punch. Middle punch is my personal favorite punching technique. I have scored so many points with this. It is just always there, guys. All right, so many people want to head hunt, go to the body. All right, it's one of the best places to go for. Think about it this way. Your head is like this big, your body's much bigger. All right, so if you're constantly trying to hit someone in the head, it's easy for them to move their head out of the way. But what kind of stays in the same general area? The body. All right, so go to the body a little bit more. You'll score more. Now the middle punch is going to go right into the solar plexus with your fist up and down. It's a power technique. Power is force. Force is mass times acceleration. So we got to put the mass of our body, our hip and shoulder into it, and we got to throw this weapon out there super fast, which means we have to pivot. You got to take that back foot in your stance, forward karate stance. You got to pick up your heel, pop it forward. All right, now as you do this, we're going to aim, fire out. Save the pivot for as late as possible. That way you have your body weight, that mass behind the technique. Rock your pivot. Now look at the detail here. Number 1 knuckle, wrist, and elbow should be lined up. Let's not create any power vectors here. If we have our arms straight like this, we're shooting some of that power down. It's not all going in anymore. All right, so have it bent. And if you have it lined up here, you're no longer punching in the solar plexus. You're now punching to the chin or shoulder. All right, so keep it right here, okay? All right, now from here, let's go ahead and do it nice and slow. Aim, fire, pivot. Pull back. Aim, fire, pivot. Pull back. Aim, fire, pivot. Pull back. All right, now show me out. Pull back. Out. Self-evaluate it, take a look at your arm, knuckle, wrist, and elbow. And if you can't remember how to make a good fist, you need to review that video. All right, check out how to make a fist video. All right, I'm gonna pull it back. Now I'm gonna do 5 of them. Go ahead and at the end of 5, do 10 to 15 more, rewind, and then do the other side. Here we go. H, aya, nei, aya, san, aya, shi, aya, go, aya. All right, go ahead and work it out on both sides. I'll meet you in the next section of class. Let's go ahead and work into some kicking. Let's make sure if you have taken a break, you go back and warm up a little bit more, stretch out a little bit more, make sure you don't hurt yourselves. We're going to be working on our side kicks, the most important kick in karate. Let's do the details first. From your side karate stance, you'll be kicking at the opponent, body level. In self-defense, you're going to be kicking below the belt. All right? So the question is, can you kick someone in the head in self-defense? Yes. Their head just better be down here. All right? So use the side kick on the back of their leg, then use the side kick on the back of their head. All right? That's how you would use it head level in self-defense. Let's go ahead and finish those details. So we're kicking body level. You're going to kick with your heel. Objectify it. Stand on those heels for a little bit. Feel how you pull the foot back to make that a real tip of the spear. Next, you got to turn your booty to the bad guy. Now, just because you're turning your booty to the bad guy doesn't mean you need to turn your shoulders. Try and keep your shoulders turned. All right, think about being sassy. Just turn that tush with shoulders still lined up. All right, show them the money and make them pay. Now look at that. The key to it is this, the pivot, guys. All right, so in previous weeks, what we've done is we've done what's called a defensive side kick. We worked on pivot, we worked on chamber, and executing kick out and back. This week, we're working on what's called the sliding side kick. So from your side karate stance, we're going to be moving to the target. It's going to be giving us more power and more distance. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring our back foot to the target. You do not want to bring your back foot in front. This is how we slide for a front kick, for a round kick, for an axe kick, for other kicks. For a side kick, and when you become advanced for a swing kick, you're always going to slide behind with heel to the target to turn that tail. Once again, try to keep your shoulders nice and lined up. All right, now here's the drill. Let's do just a set of 3. I want you from your side karate stance, once again, self-evaluate, correct and perfect. Line up toes, bend knees, roll up hips, get those hands up. All right, now from here, take your back leg, stomp them on the ground a couple times if you need to. All right, now go ahead and bring it behind. Look, do you have heel to target? All right, go ahead and put it back. 2 more times, slide and look, self-evaluate it. Go ahead and put it back. Show me again, slide and look. Go ahead and put it back. All right, now this is the line drill. We're gonna do 3 of them. All right, now show me, slide, chamber, set it back down in your side stance. Slide, make sure you have your pivots. Chamber, set it down in your side stance. Here, there's only room for 2. Let me back up and we'll do 2 more. Show me, slide, heel to target. Please self-evaluate. Chamber, set it down. Keeping shoulders lined up. Slide, chamber, good. All right, now I'm gonna reset. What I want you to do is I want you to do that down your hallway. Or if you have one of those big open floor plans at home, I want you to start in the kitchen and work your way all the way through the living room. All right, go up and down twice on both sides. All right, go ahead and knock it out. And when you return, we'll do the next part of the kick. All right. Thank you for doing your homework. I'm proud of you. That's how you get better. Thank you for taking this seriously. Okay, now let's get time to go ahead and add our kick into it. All right, so from side karate stance, let's take our time. It might not look pretty going slow, but if you can do it really well slow, guess what? You're gonna kill it when you do it fast. All right, so make your side karate stance. All right, now same slide behind, heel to target, chamber it up. Now don't worry about kicking high, worry about kicking right. So pull your foot back, keep your chamber lined up. And if you don't remember how to do that, look at the side kick video. All right, now side kick out, flex that tush, re-chamber, and set it down. Ooh, that's so hard. Man, slower is better. Let's go again. Show me, slide behind, chamber up. Now start your kick. Nice and slow. Slower is better. Get it, got it, good. Come on, one more time together, and that might have you do it on your own. Show me, slide, chamber, work that kick nice and slow. Yeah, stay focused. Re-chamber and down. Notice that real distinct re-chamber. It's so important. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have my stunt double come on in. This is Schilke. Come on out. Oops. All right, now with a higher level of flexibility here, let's go ahead and demonstrate that drill one more time, and then we'll do the full kick. Go ahead and show us, slide behind. Look at that, great detail. Shoulders lined up, chamber up. Good, kick out, back, and down. There you go. Good job, let's go again. Slide, chamber, kick, re-chamber and down. All right, reset, just getting warmed up. You've been the camera lady the whole time. All right, now let's go ahead and work into the whole kick here. Now, if you have a big tree that can take it, you should try it on a big tree. All right, if you look on our YouTube channel, Mrs. Schilke might have posted some videos of me as a kid, full head of hair and everything. So I will practice on the tree. All right, so let's go ahead and put a few kicks out there. All right, we'll cut to the different angle. All right, now if you don't have a tree, perhaps you have a mom or a dad that's tough enough and you have a pad. If you don't have that, well, goodness gracious, use the air, not walls, not furniture. All right, now let's go to D5. H, hiya, woohoo, nay, ah, good kick. San, hiya, good kick. She, hiya, ooh, wow, I felt that one in my spine. Go, hiya, good kicks, yes ma'am. All right. If you don't have a pad or someone or something to kick, do them in the air. All right, take your time, self-evaluate, correct, and perfect. We'll meet you in the next part of class. All right, so we're in the next part of class now. We're gonna go ahead and work on our kata a little bit, the 16 techniques. Now there's a video out there on it already, so let's go ahead and knock it out. And maybe we can play a game with each other, a virtual game with one another. All right, maybe a round of no-mo says. All right, team, give a good bow with a strong yes, sir. Bow, babies, yes, sir. All right, make your X, step out with your left leg. Now, I'm gonna be using my instructor left, which is my right. That way you can kind of follow along in the video. All right, now step out, squat down. Make your strongest core stance. Keep your toes lined up forward, knees out nice and wide. Your tibia, your shin bone, should be as straight up and down, as vertical as possible. Tail tucked, back up straight. Now from there, double high block, it's a high X. Make fist and now kia. All right, now begin with your left arm and we start with high block. Show me, hey! Now the right side, hey! Next technique is out block, out! Out! The next technique is the in block, in! The last blocking technique are low blocks. Low! Aim right for the solar plexus. Punch! Aim for the chinny chin chin. Hook! The side of the neck is called the sternocleidomastoid. Knife! I want your fingers in the throat, palm on the chest. Palm! Then another double high block, high X, and another double hammer fist. Then left leg comes back over to attention, and you bow out of the kata with a good strong yes sir, yes sir. Let's objectify the blocks. Everybody, spread your feet apart, hammer fists on your sides. When you get your hammer fists on your sides, please pull your elbows back. Don't look like a turkey, look like a black belt. All right, now take your hammer fist across to the opposite shoulder. That's your chamber. Everybody say, chamber sir.
Chamber sir.
Good. Then from there, show me the high block. Let's hear it. High block, sir.
High block, sir.
Show me the right side across. Let's hear it. Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
Show me high block, sir.
High block, sir.
Now let's do it 2 more times. Let's hear it again. Chamber.
Chamber.
High.
High.
Chamber.
Chamber.
High.
High.
Chamber.
Chamber.
High.
High.
Chamber.
Chamber.
High.
High.
Let's move on to the out block. All right, fist back onto your sides. Bring your fist flat across. Let's hear you say it again. Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
Now bring it out and say it. Out block, sir.
Out block, sir.
Show me the right side across. Fist nice and flat. Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
Out block, sir.
Out block, sir.
Show me chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Okay, in block. Let's hear it again. Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
In block.
In block.
Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
In block.
In block.
Chamber.
Chamber.
In.
In.
Chamber.
Chamber.
In.
In.
Chamber.
Chamber.
In.
In.
Chamber.
Chamber.
In.
In.
Low blocks. Let's do it. Just like the high block. Hammer fist to opposite shoulder. Let's hear it. Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
Low block.
Low block.
Block, sir. Show me chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
Low block, sir.
Low block, sir.
Show me chamber.
Chamber.
Low.
Low.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Low.
Low.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Low.
Low.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Low.
Low.
All right. So we worked on our chambers there. Really well done. Let's take a moment and let's talk about transition, and then we'll refine our positions a little bit more. Excuse me. We'll do position, then transition. All right, now high block. Start your arm straight up. Notice how I have my bicep very close to my orbital bone, very close to my cheekbone here. All right, now bend that arm. Make sure your fist and wrist is nice and straight. Review the how to make a fist video if you need to. and then make a good deflection angle. Let's make sure it's not too far back. Let's make sure it's not too far forward, just right. If I had hair, it'd be kind of right off that hairline. Let's do out block next. Your out block will be a 90-degree angle, straight fist and wrist, one fist width at your elbow away from your body. In block, same thing, you just need to cross the center line. Low block, same thing, one fist width away from your body at your elbow, you're just low. All right, so take some time, practice the positions of each one of those blocks. Now let's talk about making the absolute best transition you can. Let's focus on just the out block now. What we're going to do is we're going to do some classic Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. But we're going to do it our way. So what it's going to be is it's going to be like we're putting wax on and then we're taking the wax off. Just try it a few times with your open hand. So take your hand, go ahead and put some wax on it. Boop, 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 boop. Now wax on, wax off. Now notice I made rotation at the very end. Try it again. Wax on the little sponge, wax on the car, whoop, wax off. Okay, now let's make a fist there. Now show me. Chamber, wax on, wax off. Let's try the other side. Chamber, wax on. See, just like I have my hand out here and I turn it. Try it again. Put your wax on the back, wax on the car, wax off. Chamber, wax on, wax off. All right, now let's do it with our fist. Chamber, wax on, and off. Now from side to side. Chamber, wax on, wax off. Keep doing it with me. Chamber, wax on, wax off. Chamber, wax on, and off. Keep following along. So when you make the rotation right there at the end, it adds that snap. It's called kime. All right, so work the details of that out block. More will come in weeks to come. Let's go ahead and play a little bit of a game with it. Now, I'm going to invite my family to come on out and join in. Let's go. Zane? It's fine. Zane's going to come out and join us. He's been the cameraman the whole time. Your camera skills are epic. Boom. Pop. And Mrs. Schilke, come on out. All right, so what we're going to play is we're going to play a game of No Mo Says. And I want you to play along with us. All right, so this is the dojo's version of Simon Says. It's just much cooler because we're doing it. All right, so when I say No Mo Says, I need you to do the things that I ask you to do and say the things I ask you to say. If you don't hear me say No Mo Says, don't do anything at all. Just stay nice and still. All right, No Mo Says, the game has begun. All right, No Mo Says, Zane, come stand right here, please. No Mo Says, give good yes sirs. No Mo Says, attitude please. Yes sir.
Yes, sir.
All right, don't do it, because I'm not going to say the magic words. Bow, please. Ooh, that's good focus. Hopefully I didn't catch you at home. Let's try it again. Bow, please. Yes, sir. Whoa, you guys are wrong. No Mo Says, bow, please. Yes, sir. You didn't bow. I got you, turkey. Here, bump up, mister. Here, fist bump. Oh, I didn't say No Mo Says. I got you. How about this? Starting right now. If you make a mistake in No Mo Says, you gotta do 5 jumping jacks, then return to the game. All right, No Mo Says, add attention, please. Yes, sir. No Mo Says, bow, please. Yes, sir. No Mo Says, make your X. Step out to the side, jumping jacks. All right, you guys gotta do 5 jumping jacks. Come on, 5 jumping jacks. Oh, look at that. Mrs. Schilke's got a good attitude about it. Zane's got that homeschool attitude. Look at him, everybody. Bad attitude about working with parents. It's all right, son. You're gonna fail. We'll cut it out in post-production. Here, go be the cameraman again. All right, how we?
Leave it there, please.
Let's just play No Mo Says.
Okay. Sure you don't want to play Zane?
Okay. We're gonna go ahead and play a game, have some fun at the end of class here. We might even just make this a standalone video perhaps. We'll cut that out later on in post-production. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and play a game. It's a focus game called No Mo Says. It's like Simon Says, but it's much cooler because let's face it, we're playing it. Now, here's how it works. When you hear me say No Mo Says, you gotta do the things I ask you to do. You gotta say the things I ask you to say.
Terrible
Are you still with us out there, you guys? Are you still with us?
Jeez.
All right. If you don't have a pad or someone or something to kick, do them in the air. All right, take your time. Self-evaluate, correct, and perfect. We'll meet you in the next part of class. All right. You want me to do those side kicks again?
Yeah.
Sure. Where do you want me to be? You want me to be?
Yeah, just back there how you were doing them. The ones in the
Slow
camera.
again.
The ones in the camera just like in the air.
Yes.
Because I was not ready for that.
No, and I wasn't ready for it either. I wanted to stretch beforehand. All right, yes ma'am, go ahead. Now, slide, chamber, out, back and down. Ooh, real deliberate, awesome re-chamber. Slide, chamber, out and back, and wonderful job. All right, reset, do it two more times. Slide, chamber, out and back, and put it back down. Now notice how linear that kick is. You make your kick nice and linear by having your chamber lined up to the target. Show again, slide, chamber, nice and lined up. Look at that, heel to target, out and back. All right, you aim your side kick with four things. Your two heels, the booty you're gonna kick with, and the eyes. Good. All right, so we're in the next part of class now. We're gonna go ahead and work on our kata a little bit, the 16 techniques. Now there's a video out there on it already, so let's go ahead and knock it out. And maybe we can play a game with each other, a virtual game with one another. All right, maybe a round of No Mo Says. All right, team, a good battle with a strong yes sir. Please, yes sir. All right, make your X. Step out with your left leg. Now, I'm going to be using my instructor left, which is my right. That way you can kind of follow along in the video. All right, now step out, squat down. Make your strongest horse stance. Keep your toes lined up forward, knees out nice and wide. Your tibia, your shin bone, should be as straight up and down as vertical as possible. Tail tuck, back up straight. Now from there, double high block, it's a high X. Make fist and out kia. All right, now begin with your left arm, and we start with high block. Show me, hey! Now the right side, hey! Next technique is out block, out! Out! The next technique is the in block, in! The last blocking technique are low blocks. Low! Aim right for the solar plexus. Punch! Aim for the chin. Hook! The side of the neck is called the sternocleidomastoid. Knife! I want your fingers in the throat, palm on the chest. Palm! Then another double high block, high X, and another double hand fist. Then left leg comes back over to attention, and you bow out of the kata with a good strong yes sir. Let's objectify the blocks. Everybody, spread your feet apart. Hammer fists on your sides. When you get your hammer fists on your sides, please pull your elbows back. Don't look like a turkey, look like a back belt. All right, now take your hammer fist across to the opposite shoulder. That's your chamber. Everybody say, chamber sir.
Chamber sir.
Good. Then from there, show me the high block. Let's hear it. High block sir.
High block sir.
Show me the right side across. Let's hear it. Chamber sir.
Chamber sir.
Show me high block sir.
High block sir.
Now let's do it two more times. Let's hear it again. Chamber!
Chamber.
High! Chamber!
Chamber.
High! Chamber!
Chamber.
High! Chamber!
Chamber.
High! Let's move on to the out block. All right, fist back on your sides. Bring your fist flat across. Let's hear you say it again. Chamber, say it! Chamber, say it! Now bring it out and say it. Out block, say it! Say it! Show me the right side across. Fist nice and flat. Chamber, say it! Chamber, say it! Out block, say it! There. Shimmy. Chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Chamber.
Chamber.
Out.
Out.
Okay, in block. Let's hear it again. Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
In block.
In block.
Chamber, sir.
Chamber, sir.
In block.
In block.
Chamber. All right, we're gonna play a game. We're gonna have a little bit of fun. We're gonna play No Mo Says. I want you to play along from home, and I want you to be honest. You are on. The black belt honor says dong, 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 dong. All right, so No Mo Says is just like Simon Says. It's just a lot cooler because we're the ones playing it. So when I say No Mo Says, I want you to do the things I ask you to do, and I want you to use your voice. I want to have a callback. If you don't hear me say No Mo Says, just stay perfectly still, perfectly quiet, black belt statue, all right? If you make a mistake, please go ahead and do 5 jumping jacks, all right? And then about partway through, we'll switch it up to some push-ups, and then we'll switch it up to some sit-ups or something, okay? Now, what I want everybody to do is go ahead and stand on up, feet together like straight, hands down by your sides. Now, focus your eyes, mind, and body. No Mo Says, the game has begun. Ooh, it looks like we have Mrs. Schilke as a participant. This is awesome. Now, I'm going to help you through the first few. Now, don't do it at all. The game has already started. Now, ladies. Ooh, there you go. If I caught you, you got 5 jumping jacks to do. All right, now we're still practicing. Now, once again, just don't do it because I'm not saying the words. All right, now, ladies. Ah, there we go. We're starting to get it. Okay, now I want you to do it because we are going to use the words. All right, so everybody use it. Good, yes, sir. Bow, please. Ooh, oh, oh, almost got you. No Mo Says. Bow, please. Yes, sir. All right, keep coming along, all right, because I'm going to use the words again. No Mo Says, make your X. Now, No Mo Says, let's use our instructor left. No Mo Says, step out in your horse stance, squat down. No Mo Says, say it loud and proud. No Mo Says, high X, high X. All right, guys, I'm not going to help you from here. All right, and if you make a mistake, it's 5 jumping jacks. Now, give me a key, I'm ready. Double! Ah! Ooh, No Mo Says, double! Ah! Show me, hey! No Mo Says, hey!
Hi.
No Mo Says, hey!
Hi.
No Mo Says, out!
Out.
Out! Ooh, good one, Mr. Schilke. Out! Ooh, I got her to flinch a little bit. No Mo Says, out!
Out.
In! Ooh, good job again. No Mo Says, in!
In.
In! No Mo Says, in!
In.
No Mo Says, low!
Low.
No Mo Says, low!
Low.
Aim right for the solar plexus, guys. Punch! Ooh, good. Focus. Punch! That usually works. Have I got you yet? All right, now let's switch it up. Instead of jumping jacks, let's go ahead and switch up to 5 push-ups. Now, everybody show me. No Mo Says, punch!
Punch.
No Mo Says, punch!
Punch.
Hook! Ooh, hook! No Mo Says, hook!
Hook.
Hook! Man, I don't think I'm going to get Mrs. Schilke. No Mo Says, hook!
Hook.
No Mo Says, knife!
Knife.
No Mo Says, knife!
Knife.
No Mo Says, palm!
Palm.
Palm! No Mo Says, palm!
Palm.
High X!
X.
Ah! Yeah! Finally got it. Man, now if I got you, remember you have 5 push-ups. Make them black belt strong, just like you see here. All right, hunker back down in your horse stance. Hunker back down. No Mo Says, high X!
X.
No Mo Says, ah!
I.
All right, team, attitude, please. Yes, sir. Ooh, did I catch you coming to attention? Do those push-ups. No Mo Says, attitude, please.
Yes, sir.
Don't do it. Bow, please. If you did it, you better do the push-ups. No Mo Says, bow, please. Yes, sir. All right, let's go. One last round, and it's going to be the sit-up round. All right, so you have 5 sit-ups to do. If you make a mistake, please break, fall down, stand up with hands up when you get up. All right, team. No Mo Says, attitude, please. Yes, sir. No Mo Says, bow, please. Yes, sir. Make your X. No Mo Says, make your X. Everybody, step on your horse stance. Oh, break, fall down, 5 sit-ups. All right, hold your horse stances if you're waiting. All right, take some time, really strengthen out your legs. Feet lined up, knees out, tail tucked, back up nice and straight. All right, actually you're supposed to be at attention. All right, now come here. No Mo Says. Step out with your left, squat down. No Mo Says, high X. Hey! Nomo says hi!
Hi.
Hey! Nomo says hi!
Hi.
Nomo says out!
Out.
Out! Ooh, got her to flinch. Nomo says out!
Out.
Nomo says in!
In.
Nomo says in!
In.
Nomo says low!
Low.
Nomo says low!
Low.
Punch! Nomo says punch!
Punch.
Punch! Nomo says punch!
Punch.
Nomo says hook!
Hook.
Nomo says hook!
Hook.
Knife! Nomo says knife!
Knife.
Nomo says knife!
Knife.
Nomo says palm!
Palm.
Nomo says palm!
Palm.
Nomo says hi-X!
Hi-X.
Nomo says aya!
Eye.
Add attention please! Ooh, good one. Nomo says add attention please!
Yes, sir.
Nomo says stop please!
Yes, sir.
And Nomo says game over, and with that, we're gonna go ahead and conclude. Thank you very much for your continued support. Make sure you share the link. Have some friends subscribe to the channel. The more support we get, the better it makes us feel, all right? So thanks for joining along. Now, bow out. Push.